Welcome back to another Crypto Gorilla video. You've probably seen Blockgames all over your timeline for the past few weeks, as many have been farming their token airdrop in anticipation of a Portal 2.0 situation. But you're probably hearing about it even more today, as their token is finally live and tradable on the secondary market. So I thought it would be a great time to partner with Blockgames to bring you this video and discuss exactly what they're building, what the Block token is going to do inside their ecosystem, and speculate a little bit on future pricing for the pre-salers. As usual, nothing in this video is financial advice, and if you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button? So what exactly is Blockgames building? Blockgames is building a player network with universal player profiles that unlocks real data economies. Good job, Gorilla. You can read a sentence out of the white paper, but what does that mean? Well, at its core, Blockgames wants to reward users in exchange for their data. The way it works in the centralized world, which we refer to as Web 2, is a player or user engages with a game, a website, an app, and then a big company like Google or Meta takes that data, packages it, and sells it to advertisers so they could better target you with ads. And that company collects 100% of the money. The user gets absolutely nothing despite it being their data. Now, what Blockgames is building is a decentralized system where the user is in full control of their data, who gets access to it, and can financially benefit from sharing it. Now, how much is that data worth? That's really up to the market to decide through what they call data auctions, because not all data is equal, but the more data you have on yourself, meaning the more you play and engage with your favorite games and build up your profile, the more valuable your data becomes. And the way they do this is through what they call universal player profiles. Now, what these are is a unique profile that every player receives when they sign up to a Blockgames application. The first of which is already available on the market for both iOS and Android, called Rewarded Play, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with and probably already downloaded, as this is the app you used to farm their airdrop, and it already has over 1.2 million users. Now, these universal player profiles do many things for both the gamer as well as the game company itself. For players, it unlocks experiences and rewards across different applications. And for games, they're able to incentivize users to test out their game, provide feedback, engage with their posts across social media, as well as acquire new users as people are testing out their game. And if they like it, hopefully they stick around. Now, having this universal player profile is also what allows you to monetize your data, as it grabs everything from the games you play, how much you play them, your achievements, your behaviors, your preferences, and so on, packages them in a privacy-preserving manner, and if you choose to do so, shares them with interested parties such as game devs, publishers, and application developers. Now, all of this is, of course, powered by the Block token, which is the Blockgames native token, acting as the primary medium of exchange between players, games, and applications. Now, some of its known utilities are that it's going to be used to pay fees in terms of data exchange. It'll be used as rewards whenever a user wants to share their data, whenever they transact, or when they are connected and engaging with apps. And of course, it's going to be the Blockgames governance token, allowing holders to vote on functionality as well as community affairs. Now, on their road to TGE, we saw a ton of successful campaigns out of Blockgames, such as their airdrop campaign, which encouraged users to do both social activities as well as play games, as they have partnered with over 50 gaming studios, hundreds of games, and their app works cross-chain on ETH, Solana, Immutable, Arbitrum, Avalanche, Base, Ronin, and Aptos, and they managed to attract over 1 million users. After that, we had the Lucky Rolls campaign, which was their raffle system for their presale, as well as the presale itself, which raised over $19 million and was oversubscribed by 770%. But now we are finally at their TGE, and this week they announced that they are going to be launching through OKX. And although they haven't publicly announced it, I do see them available on multiple exchanges such as Bybit. Now, I know many of you enjoy when I do the whole how much is my presale going to be worth, and the thing is, by the time this video drops, the token is already going to be out on the secondary market, so we'll know exactly what price it's going to be trading at, so it loses a bit of that speculative value. However, if you did presale, your money is vested for a year plus. So what we can do is project into the future and see how much your presale is going to be worth if it hits a certain market cap. So if you were lucky enough to get into the presale, there were 4 different rounds ranging from the lucky roll tier 3 and the guaranteed round, which allowed you to put up to $800. At the time, it was in ETH between 0.1 and 0.24, but at the time, the top end of it was roughly $800. Of course, each round had a different market cap from 60 million all the way to 75 million, meaning the price that you got in at was anywhere from 6 cents to 7.5 cents. So if we launch and the token goes to $1 billion or above, or if down the line, because as I said, you are vested, it goes to $1 billion, which I think is very reasonable for a token like this. I mean, Portal launched it opened up, I think, at 4 billion. Now it's sitting around 1.5, but it did hover at 2.5 billion for the longest time. And if we jump over to Whales Market, which is a secondary market for OTC deals, there's a ton of sales above $1. So I think it's more than fair to assume that this token can be at 1 billion FDV or $1 on the secondary market. And if it did hit $1 in the lucky roll tier 3, your $165 would be worth $2,200, which is a 13.3x. In the lucky roll tier 2, it would be worth 2,360. Tier 1 2,500, and in the guaranteed round, your $800, if you put in the max amount, would be worth $13,300, which is great returns. But let's continue our speculation. Like I said, Portal opened around 4, it was hovering around 3, and then for a while it was at 2.5. So if we hit 2 billion, your lucky roll tier 3 would be worth 4,400, tier 2 4,700, tier 1 5,100, and your guaranteed round would be worth $26,600. Continuing on with the speculative prices, again, we are in a bull market. We're headed in to an even better bull market with the halving coming up, and I'm pretty sure every single one of us expects much higher prices than we're currently at, especially for a gaming token. So let's just say speculation. I have no idea if it's going to get here. We got to $5 or 5 billion FDV. Your lucky roll tier 3, your $165 would have pulled almost a 67x and be at $11,000. Tier 2 would be worth almost $12,000. Tier 1 would be worth $12,700, and your $800 in the guaranteed round would be worth over $66,000. Amazing, amazing returns. This is the kind of stuff we want to hit, with the guaranteed round being over an 83x return. Of course, you would have to hold 100% of your pre-sale, not sell anything at TGE, not sell anything in the vested round until we hopefully hit $5 on the secondary market. But if we get even crazier and say, what if we hit a $10 billion valuation? Again, I am not saying it's going to go to these prices. I have no idea if the market's going to last whatever, how long, if Bitcoin's going to go to zero, I don't know. But let's just say Becker's shilling, everything's looking right. They signed a ton of clients and we did get to 10 billion FDV. Your $165 in the tier 3 lucky roll would have pulled an 133x and would now be worth $22,000. In tier 2, it would be worth $23,500. In tier 1, it would be worth over 25 grand. And your $800 in the guaranteed round, again, you had to hold the NFT in order to get this round, would be worth $133,000, having pulled a 166x, which again, these are the kind of returns we want in Web3. You would have to hold your TGE. You would have to hold all the vesting until it hits 10 billion, for which anything is possible in crypto. You just have to have enough conviction. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did do pre-sale for Blockgames, I hope you hit and you made a ton of money. And in the future, I hope your pre-sale is worth more. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching another Crypto Gorilla video. Peace.